What's up, Bafetu? It's your boy Tribe Franko. I'm a DJ, producer, musician. Welcome to my 9 to 5, yeah? This is Afro House, but a lot of people know it as Tribal House. And it's basically house music in a nutshell. That's what I love producing, but I'm able to produce any kind of sound. And I venture I major in Afro House. So yeah, that's what we call it, Afro House. Depends on the day, depends on how I'm feeling when it comes to music. There's times where I'm watching a movie and a song is going to come to mind. And when it comes to mind, immediately I grasp the idea and then I put it into a song. And then that's how it actually goes. And then at times you'd find Uti, I'm in a taxi or I'm with friends and an idea comes in mind. I take my phone quickly, I record it, boop, boop, ch, boop, boop, ch, ch. And then what that does to me, when I get home, the idea is there, and then I take it and make it into a song. And yeah, no, amalanga afani, you know how saying this spanning wins in the soul, and this time you're feeling this way. But you know, when it comes to music, I'm always open-minded. The music that I listen to helps me understand, okay, this is where I'm going with my roots, and this is what I do every day. I inspire myself because of so much that's happening in my life. You know, I tend to realize and be aware of certain things for me to get out, take out a certain sound. With that said, there's a lot of people that inspire me, man. I love their sound, I love how they do their music. Number one is Bodhisattva. Chronics, I listen to Chronics every day. Kunu Kitakahashi is Japanese. I love that guy. Tulo the song, I love his way of making music. You know, there's always a connection. Yeah, but a lot of people inspire me. A lot of people inspire me. I'm not choose when it comes to artists, then it's something that we've been talking about with friends and management. I mean, I'm not too picky. I focus mainly on the idea. If the idea is rich, it's easy for me to transform it to anyone. You know, there's certain songs where I sing because that certain energy was transferred to me and I could be able to sing at that time. You know, so I'm not choosing when it comes to artists. But I love people who know how to write songs, because at times I have an idea, but how I'm writing it is not what would be expected, and that person will actually help in with the writing as well, so it makes it easier. So anyone who's able to write music, I mean, I love working with people because at the end of the day it's music, you know, it can come from anywhere, you know. So I don't have a certain, as long as you can write, as long as you can sing, let's do it. I wanted to be an engineer because my dad was doing civil engineer, and he was my hero, you know, at that time. So and the reason why I'm not doing a civil engineer today, but funny enough, you always go back to what you wanted to do back in the days, and engineering is part of music, you know. I can engineer a certain song, I'm there, you know. And from engineering I was a dancer, but for me to get to music, I always loved dancing, and I was happy when I was dancing. I was smiling all the time, and I realized with normal, this kind of happiness I need to share with people. And for me to share with people, I had to be a musician, because that's the only way you can connect with people, and that made sense to me, you know, especially with the gift my dad left me with, you know. So it made sense for me to actually make music from being a dance. So instead of jive all throughout, make people dance. And yeah. I didn't study music, but I didn't go to school for music. It's one of those where when you're hungry for something, you eventually gonna learn. Life is gonna teach you. But this is how, this is, and then along the way you tend to find out this is how you do certain things streetwise. So much I'm doing is streetwise. As much as I'd love to go study, I'm gonna go study music. But yeah, I'm a self-taught. I learned how to play the piano on my own. As much as I'm not 100%, but I'm able to transfer a certain feeling into music, So yeah, I taught myself. There's guys who taught me how to DJ, open house, our Herald, and about DJ Lefa. I don't know. This is basically showing me this is what. And then I met a friend of mine called Sendai. He showed me how to produce music, what's needed, what's what, and then the rest is history. Start with the yes. It's always important for you to acquire knowledge. Number two, the know part is the streets can teach you so much that the school won't teach, because the school teaches you the same thing to everyone, but the streets are going to teach you a different thing to everyone. Everyone is going to learn something differently, and that's what I like, and that's why I'm the person that I am in Tribe, because I'm not knowledge background, yes, a scaler, but I do have the streetwise. When I'm chilling with people and they're in studio, I watch and observe and learn from that. Okay, instead of doing this way, I'm going to do it this way. So it is important, it is not important, depends on the person, At the end of the day, you can go study something and it doesn't work out, but then you go on to something, you find a talent and then you embrace it, and you're amazing, There's people who don't need to go to school for them to kick a ball, but hey, how they kick it is amazing. And there's a person who didn't go to school for skiing, and then that's me. I've always been street-wise, schooling-wise, And funny enough, growing up, I was a smart kid, And yeah, life always happens because it gets you to a point where you need to be. Maths, pure maths, accounting, business, physics, and yeah, obviously English and LO. I do feel like they've helped me somehow, because when it comes to corporate, when it comes to music business, there's accounting in it. You need to find what did you spend on, what did you do. So those things, at least I have an idea. This is how you construct a journal, this is how you do certain things, this is how you balance your sheet, that's how you balance your books. And when it comes to physics, the physics side of it would be engineering, which is the technicalities of when you press the sound like this, or when you press it hard, it gives you a certain element. So I do use those things somewhere, somehow. People understanding you, for me, personal. It takes a while for a person to understand, or would say, oh, this guy is going this side, because you find there's certain music that's famous at the moment, but the certain person is doing a different kind of sound, and it's always hard for people to receive you, for people to understand you, but it takes time. So I'm a very patient guy, and even if it takes 20 years, bro, I'm gonna keep to it, Eventually, it's over grand, There's so much that's difficult. And another thing that's quite difficult is finding yourself as an artist, as a person, as an individual. It's always hard because you are looking at celebrities, you are looking at people around you. There's a certain way people live, so you tend to adapt to certain things, so it's very difficult for you to find yourself. I think that's the most difficult one. I mean, it's only now, after 10 years, I started 2010, it's only now that I'm finding myself with, oh, this is my sound, this is me. Whatever that's gonna happen, whatever that's gonna come, as much as it's gonna be compromised somewhere, somehow, I'm gonna grow, but I'm gonna grow within this. Seeing somebody smile because of the song I made, and hearing the stories of people saying, yo, bruh, this is how I was feeling, and you said made me feel like this. It's always humbling to hear those things, because it means we are living, we're seeing other people, we're receiving other people, you know. So it's always amazing. Always have a huge impact when it comes to supporting a career, you know, because when you receive love from a career, nothing is going to stop you. I'm way confident, I'm way patient. You won't do anything to me because I'm standing tall because of family, you know. As tall as I am, I'm standing tall, you know. And it's very important to receive support from the car. As much as you will struggle, you will get discouraged, you will be down, you want certain things you're not gonna have, but as long as family supports you, nothing's gonna stop you. It's me, and the reason I'm saying that, especially when it comes to music, I just dropped an album called Simango. No sponsor, no big company, nothing. It's just me and my own company, and it's out there and people can enjoy it. And that thing is big for me, you know, because back in the days you had to get a record company, you get a PRT. I'm doing me, and I'm happy about that. Eventually we're gonna grow, and yeah, that's my biggest achievement, man. I don't like giving advices, but what I've been pushing is the fact that, number one, you must be patient with yourself. Don't let anyone rush you. You must be patient. An elephant takes 90 days to go to a certain place. A cheetah takes 2 days. If you are a cheetah, it's fine. If you are an elephant, it's fine. Be who you are. Whatever that you are, be that, and be patient. Number two, always be kind, always be happy. And number three, do you. Forget what others are saying. If you believe in it, it's gonna work. Trust me, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. And another thing is, always smile, man. That's the only thing that you have. You can have 10 rand, you take it away, you give it to somebody else, but a smile, bro, it's something you always have. Every time you wake up, smile and do what you love. And yeah, 9 to 5 is what can I